I don't think people understand what it truly means to be a disciple of Jesus. Imagine a land bathed in golden sunlight, where the first rays of dawn kiss the ancient stones and the desert awakens with a warm embrace. Feel the warm dust beneath your feet, the scent of spices heavy in the air, mingling with the aroma of freshly baked bread and the distant sound of merchants calling out their wares. Hear the murmur of crowds, the echo of prayers in ancient tongues, a symphony of devotion and daily life blending together in a timeless dance. We are embarking on a journey, not just through space, but through the very fabric of history itself. It's a journey through time, back to the heart of ancient Jerusalem, a city that has witnessed countless stories and held the hopes and dreams of generations. More importantly, it's a journey of faith, a pilgrimage that transcends the physical and touches the spiritual. We're retracing the steps of a man named Jesus, a figure whose life and message have resonated through the ages. He walked this earth over 2,000 years ago, in a time when the world was vastly different, yet his teachings remain ever relevant. His life, teachings, death, and resurrection changed history, leaving an indelible mark on humanity. Join us as we delve into the remarkable story of Jesus Christ, exploring the profound impact he had on the world and the enduring legacy of his message. Through ancient scrolls, religious artifacts, and the very streets he once walked, we will uncover the layers of history and faith that continue to inspire millions around the globe. This is not just a journey of the past, but a journey that connects us to the present and guides us towards the future. Welcome to a journey of faith, a journey of discovery, and a journey of the heart. Jerusalem, a city of faith, a crossroads of cultures, a tapestry of vibrant life. Picture bustling marketplaces, the air thick with the aroma of spices and fresh bread. Imagine the sound of hammers ringing from the artisan quarters. See the devout making their way to the temple, their prayers echoing within its sacred walls. This is Jerusalem in the time of Jesus. It was a city teeming with Roman soldiers, Jewish merchants, and pilgrims from distant lands. It throbbed with energy. It crackled with anticipation. A new chapter in human history was about to be written. In the humble village of Bethlehem, a child was born. His name was Jesus. Raised in Nazareth, he lived a simple life. He was the son of a carpenter. Jesus grew up surrounded by the rolling hills and the bustling life of Galilee. He walked the dusty paths of his homeland. He knew the rhythms of nature. He felt the pulse of his people. His neighbors saw him as a kind and gentle soul. Little did they know, he was the Son of God, sent to redeem humanity. Jesus began his ministry, his words echoing through the hillsides and synagogues. He spoke with authority, captivating the hearts of the common people. He healed the sick. He gave sight to the blind. He calmed the storms with a whisper. With each miracle, whispers of hope spread like wildfire. People flocked to him. They hungered for his words, for his touch, for his boundless compassion. From the Sea of Galilee to the Jordan River, his presence ignited a spark of faith in the hearts of the downtrodden. Section 5. Afeniforo Global Outreach Ministries presents a revolutionary way to experience the life and teachings of Jesus Christ through metaverse ultra-VAR technology. Imagine ascending a virtual hill overlooking the Sea of Galilee, just as Jesus did. The immersive environment provides a perfect backdrop for a transformative experience. In this virtual world, a crowd gathers, eager to hear his teachings. Avatars representing men, women, and children from various walks of life come together, united by their curiosity and hope. Here you can listen to his most famous sermon. His voice, recreated with advanced technology, carries over the virtual hills, reaching the hearts of those who listen. The Beatitudes, as they are known, paint a vision of a world transformed by love, compassion, and peace. These simple yet profound statements offer a new way of living, one that emphasizes humility and kindness. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. These words, among others, provide comfort and guidance to those who feel lost or downtrodden. His words resonate with a timeless wisdom, offering solace to the weary and hope to the despairing. The teachings are not just for that time, but for all ages, transcending generations. These teachings become the cornerstone of this virtual ministry. They lay the foundation for a new understanding of faith and morality, one that emphasizes love over law. They continue to inspire us today. In our modern world, the Metaverse Ultra VR experience of the Sermon on the Mount remains a beacon of hope and a guide for ethical living. People from all walks of life find solace and direction in these virtual words, proving their enduring relevance and power. Section 6. Parables of Wisdom, Stories for the Soul. Jesus was a master storyteller. He used parables to convey profound truths in simple, relatable ways. The parable of the Good Samaritan taught about unconditional love and compassion. The parable of the prodigal son illustrated the boundless love of God. Through these stories, Jesus reached the hearts of his listeners. He bypassed intellectual barriers and spoke directly to their souls. He challenged them to see the world through the lens of love, forgiveness, and compassion. His parables continue to resonate with people from all walks of life. Section 7. Moments of Intimacy, Sharing Life's Bread. Jesus' ministry was not just about public pronouncements and miraculous healings. He also shared intimate moments with his disciples. They broke bread together, they laughed together, they journeyed together, sharing the joys and challenges of everyday life. These simple acts of fellowship revealed the depth of Jesus' humanity and love for his followers. He treated them not as servants but as friends, confiding in them, teaching them, and empowering them to continue his work. Section 8. A Solitary Path, Seeking the Father's Will. Despite the constant demands of his ministry, Jesus sought moments of solitude. He would often retreat to quiet places to pray. He sought communion with his Father, drawing strength and guidance from their intimate bond. In the stillness of the night, under the vast expanse of the starry sky, he surrendered to his Father's will. It is in these moments of quiet contemplation that we witness the depth of Jesus' devotion and obedience to his divine purpose. Section 9. The Last Supper, A Covenant Renewed. As Passover approached, Jesus traveled to Jerusalem. He knew his time was drawing near. He gathered his disciples for a final meal together. The Last Supper. It was a Passover meal imbued with profound symbolism. He broke bread with his disciples, sharing his body. He passed the cup of wine, sharing his blood. He established a new covenant. He promised them eternal life through faith in him. Section 10. To the Cross and Beyond. Love's Ultimate Sacrifice. In the heart of Jerusalem, a story of unparalleled love and sacrifice unfolded. A story that would change the course of history forever. Betrayed by one of his own, Jesus was arrested. The betrayal came from Judas, one of his 12 disciples, who handed him over to the Roman soldiers for 30 pieces of silver. This act of treachery set in motion a series of events that would lead to the ultimate sacrifice. He was falsely accused and condemned to death by crucifixion. The trial was a mockery of justice, filled with false testimonies and accusations. Despite his innocence, the crowd demanded his crucifixion, and the Roman officials, bowing to public pressure, sentenced him to death. He carried his cross through the streets of Jerusalem. He was mocked. He was beaten. The journey to Golgotha, the place of the skull, was excruciating. The weight of the cross was immense, both physically and symbolically, as he bore the sins of the world on his shoulders. Yet, he endured it all with grace and forgiveness. Despite the pain and suffering, he never wavered in his mission. His calm expression and unwavering resolve were a testament to his divine purpose. He forgave those who tormented him, saying, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." He was nailed to the cross. The nails pierced his hands and feet, securing him to the wooden beams. The agony was unimaginable, yet he bore it all for the sake of humanity. He died for the sins of humanity. His death was not just a tragic end, but a profound act of love. He took upon himself the punishment that was meant for us, offering redemption and reconciliation with God. His death was the ultimate act of love and sacrifice. The sorrow of his followers was immense, but his sacrifice brought hope and salvation to all who believe. It was a turning point in history, a moment that would be remembered for generations to come. But the story didn't end there. The cross was not the final chapter. 3 days later, something miraculous happened that would forever change the world. 3 days later, he rose from the dead, conquering death and offering salvation to all who believe. His resurrection was a triumph over death, a promise of eternal life for those who put their faith in him. It was the ultimate victory, a testament to the power of love and the promise of redemption. Section 11. A call to action, living the legacy. The story of Jesus Christ is more than just a historical narrative. It's a call to action. It's an invitation to embrace a life transformed by love, compassion, and forgiveness. We are called to be his hands and feet in the world, to extend his love to those around us. Let us strive to live out his teachings in our own lives. Let us be instruments of peace, agents of compassion, and beacons of hope in a world that desperately needs his light.